Hi, hello, welcome to the Revolving Doors series brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene. This is Ability. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for the karmic, distorted, heavier aspect, usually toxic, of the soulmate twin flame connection. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. It's not all going to happen here. I just want to brief you. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're new, you belong. Welcome home, darling. It's an honor and privilege to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the pleasure to do so. Twin flame, my opinion, okay, is that it's a misnomer. Twin flame, it does exist, okay, but it's more spiritual, a lot more spiritual than I'm hearing talked about. So if you are in a spiritual union with the divine, I could define that, flesh that concept out, illuminate, enumerate, even enlighten, inform, educate, instruct on that. The point is, if we are in a spiritual union with the divine, it can step out of the spiritual realm into the physical realm through another member of the soul group. Not all soulmates are twin flames, all twin flames are soulmates, okay? So oftentimes you do have a twin flame, but they can come to you through different phases. So if you go towards a connection and it goes from catalytic to karmic, what makes it a distorted twin flame is recognizing a twin and not being able to get with them for whatever reason. Maybe they're married, maybe they're far, maybe whatever, maybe what have you, okay? You can meet another twin flame, okay? It's the same twin flame. They can come to you through a different vehicle, a different soul. So the thing is, like, you have a vehicle, what do you have in your car? You know, a lot of people have like an emergency kit, a first aid kit, you know, their driver's license and their registration and their insurance or whatever. If you get another car, you're probably going to take that stuff and put it in your next car, right? It's the same kind of concept and idea. A lot of people don't actually hear that. There's a romanticized whatever, what have you. Okay, so you need to get right with God. Allah, Buddha, Shekinah, the creator source. Okay, that's what we all need. All right, so I'm putting that out there so we can kind of get the work done today. A lot of folks don't like to hear that. They don't want to be told that. They like to believe that it's this one person that they're fixated on, and when I talk about it, they get agitated, and nobody likes to hear that. So, okay, we have this Eight of, yeah. So there, stop, slow down, shut up. Sorry to speak so frankly. This is what the Eight of Swords means, especially when we're dealing with other people, even sometimes with ourselves. It can also talk about second guessing. Okay, but this is for the divine feminine. This is how it starts. We also have the Six of Swords. So, you know, the Eight of Swords basically is rule, regulation, restriction. We're being restrained in some kind of way. It can be by our own self. It also can mean somebody's been caught because they're guilty. And it can mean that we are caught up in some kind of way. You know, so the Queen of Swords, so three swords out of the gate means that we're in an oppositional space. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Cups, which is where the situation evolves to. So we were once lovey-dovey, or once, or I was gonna say something else, but then I got interrupted, and we were prickly because we were stupid, or stuck on stupid, or ignorant, or in illusion, whatever word doesn't offend our ego, okay? And then we get right with it, and it's Six of Swords, so it typically can be guidance. Six of Swords is science, so you need to mix intuition with intellect. You need to mix impressions with instincts. You need to mix, you know, marry the gut and the head, or take wise counsel. Okay, and it's not listening to exactly what's being said. It's take what people are saying and convert it to your own, and move forward that way. If you see white, whatever, it's the kakaria. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles on the masculine side, Queen of Pentacles. We were never told. There was a lot of this game afoot. We were never informed, instructed. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a quick second. Never informed, instructed the right way, the correct way. Something went down where we were kind of on the outs. There's something about information missing. We weren't prepared really for a real connection. It's not how the world works right now. A lot of us are in illusion, delusion, confusion. This is the dark ages right now. We're the spirit and God and spirituality and the right way or divine life, a sacred living. It's not what happens when you, in most new world Western societies, it's not happening right now. So it's not our fault. It's not our fault, but it is our problem. We have to do something about it. In reverse, though. Okay, so when the sun comes out in reverse, that's vainglorious, prideful. So we were stuck on stupid because we were in our feelings and we had dug our heels in because of some kind of slight that was perceived or real. I don't need to dismiss your feelings. I don't need to invalidate your experience. I don't need to dismiss our feelings or invalidate our experience. I just want to say there's more to the story. Somebody can also be a Virgo moon here, male or female. Somebody might also have their Mercury in Virgo. So let's get in here. This is the revolving door, so it's going to be particularly unpleasant. If you want me to be a little bit nicer, you got to check in around the new moon. Right around the new moon, there's usually usually somewhere, give or take a week around the new moon, there is a true, genuine, sincere, authentic 1111 Divine Lover series. It's a lot more airy fairy, it's a lot more uplifting. This got to snatch your weave, girl. Got to snatch you up if I need to, and this is what's going to happen. So I'm not saying that to justify any like toxic behavior or whatever. I'm just, I wouldn't even say trigger warning. I'm just advising you of policy, procedure, and protocol. That's where we are right now. And it's good that we all hear that. And let's get in here, fit in here, see what we got going on. There needs to be some kind of knowledge. We need to know how to navigate a situation, negotiate a situation. We need to know how to manifest accurately. So we do need to be informed, instructed on the knowledge base, the language structure. We need to know the rules of the game, what the game is that's afoot, the plays of the game, the objective of the game, some strategies, some tactics, some techniques of the game. And we start out the situation with the masculine kind of moving forward, but slowly. It's taken a long time, been a long time to get to this place, and the feminine might have been in a holding pattern. They might have been blocked. And that's not how it works. Because if you meet a person and it's not the right time, they're not the right person. This is hard to hear. When we hear this, we don't like it, or we don't agree with it, or we have problems processing. The right timing will let you know who the right people are. If you find a great person, but it's not the right time, that's a season. It's a situationship. It's not a true, genuine partnership that's going to sustain. And if you meet the right person at the wrong time, it's always catalytic to get you ready, to get us ready, and to get us prepared. And again, you might need to digest what I'm saying. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, so I have a feeling like the feminine energy, we were waiting. I got that hit. I don't know where it's coming from because it made us pretty sour. And that is the conflict, the challenge, the obstacle, the crossing, the karma, the conundrum. Okay, it's that we're prickly here because the masculine is on their side feeling like, okay, well, now I'm manifesting, or now I found my worth, and now I found my value, and now I can move forward, and I can get things going on. I'm deserving in some kind of way. They're sitting pretty as if this is going to come together in some kind of way, some kind of shape, some kind of form or another. They're under the impression that now it's time to reap some benefits. Okay, I don't see where the seeds were sowed though. So how are you going to reap if you don't sow? That don't make no sense. Okay. Okay, faith. Okay, but without works, because we're in grief. But their psychic ability, we're feeling connected to somebody, and I feel like the masculine was working on their finances. And here's the thing: if you meet the right person and it's not the right time, they're not the right person. To be honest, the right time will tell you, oh, here's your options. Because a lot of us go after our type, but we don't look for our type within our kind, and our kind comes first. Me, for instance, I'm a Vudun. I believe in Mausak Polisa. I worship Lord Shiva and Adi Shakti. And we don't call it that. I don't say those names because it's none of your business. And I know you hear me say a lot of spirit names, but I say like the easily accessible ones. But once you go into the initiated circles, there's some names you only speak around initiated folk. Okay. So my household goddess is Adi Shakti. And you know, my Ishvara, my personal god is Lord Hayagriva. And I'm saying a different pantheon's names because y'all wouldn't know what I was talking about in Voodoo. So I go around other Voodoo, other priests, other priestly people, and it's a sisterhood or a priesthood, right? And then I have my little list, you know, what you look like, what's alive in you, what you want with your life. But that don't matter if you don't belong to my sect, if you don't belong to my type, if you're not spiritual, if you're not looking to build a future and a family. It don't matter what you got going on, who you are, what you're about, whatever, what have you. And yeah, feelings, la-di-da, yada, yada, but they inform our experience. So we might finally be experiencing something that's in alignment with us or something that we want. We might need to upgrade the quality of our life. We might figure out that there's an unmet need, and we might learn or be informed or be instructed that this unmet need exists because somebody came through. So it's really more of a catalyst than a mate. Does that make sense? You can mate with your catalyst, but they're not a mate because I'm talking about mate. You typically partner up for a while, if not forever. Does that make sense? So we're coming through slowly. Something's been taking a long time to move to gain purchase, and it's happening. Somebody was initiated, and now they're adept, and it's on the masculine side. The thing about it is, the sacrifice to make is that this is going to be difficult. There's a lot of causes that have been made. Okay. And it was intended to be this way. That's what was written in the stars with the 10 of Pentacles. And we have 2 10s here. So there's a culmination. And I'm sorry, I'm not getting happily ever after, and it wouldn't be here in this cast. Okay, so on the feminine side, the sacrifice to make is to move on, move forward, to be guided through the situation. And then we move into our soul because we already have God's love. So we're looking for love in the wrong places. We're looking outside of ourselves to have somebody confirm back to us that we're loved. And really the creator, the source is trying to love us. We have the unconditional love of the divine Queen of Cups has somebody's heart in their hand. Queen of Swords, his heart has been broken. And that's the truth. That's what we need to see. That's the enlightenment here in the situation. Because this masculine energy needs to, they're getting to the bottom of the situation, what they needed to do and how they needed to do it. And see, the thing is, you can make a person wait, but you need to tell them, hey, honey, I'm feeling a little funny with my money. I don't have the confidence to put into this connection. You can tell me that all you want is my love and my whatever, but I can't show up fully if I'm feeling inadequate in certain ways, and you're not the one who's going to juice me up. I come to this relationship and work on the relationship. So you're trying to work on my personal ish, and that's not your place and your problem. And it's fine that you want to support me, whatever, what have you, but I don't need you trying to encourage me about how I feel about myself right now. And that's why I'm not giving to this. A man needs to say that, and they didn't. So that's what's up. Because a no response or a lack of response or a lack of communication is also response. It's also somebody communicating to you how they are, what they are, and what they're about. If somebody's not able to put up and shut up, okay, this is what I got, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm wanting, this is what I'm fixing to do for you, trying to work on and create a future there, it's a futile endeavor. So that's what needed to be said, and I said it. Let's move forward here. So Queen of Cups now is 7 of Swords. So that we had a brush with some kind of manipulation. I don't know what that is yet. And it was going on for a long time with this Knight of Cavalli Denari, Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles here, it took a long time, and somebody was mastering their finances. They put us on the back burner for finances. That's what's up. Now, okay, it could have been whatever. Their life could have just needed to get right, but there was something they needed to receive. If it wasn't finances, they needed to feel like they were blessed or able, or everything was in place. And like, I'm not a doorknob. I'm not a tree ornament. You know, I'm not a pot that you put on the back burner. You know, if you don't come get this, it's not for you. So that's what needs to be said to the masculine, okay? And, you know, I drank that Kool-Aid once upon a time, waiting for some man to acting like he was some plan. It's Niguan Hapa, Niguan work. And that's part of the conscious awareness and the waking up, okay? So Yeah, somebody went away. They were waiting to this little moment to pull through, come through, and it's gonna happen. But listen, let me just tell you, it's something is phony, fake, fictitious here. And okay. Maybe, just maybe, just maybe, just maybe not. I don't feel that. I don't get that. I don't think that. If at the very least, we need to see the truth in the situation. We need some cunning, okay, some strategy, some tactics, and because something, if we don't notice the truth, if we don't see the truth, if we don't get the truth spoken out loud, maybe we need to speak, maybe they need to speak it. What's up, and why does be what it is, how it is? If that doesn't come through, pull through, it's fake, phony, fictitious. It's imposter energy. And listen, when you have the chariot il carro, sette disparate here, the seven of swords and the chariot, that means we've had a brush in something, we've had an encounter, somebody literally is planning an attack of some kind, which means they're not seeing our autonomy here, that we're our personhood, that we're separate. We don't think the way they think, we don't do the way they do, we don't show up and get down the way they get down, that we have our different decision-making criteria, our judgment criteria, our thoughts and our feelings are different. We're a whole ass other person, okay? So somebody is disrespectful, and it's very subtle. I'm hearing by panculo, so they can go themselves. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So let's see what this is, what this be. This is what's pulling through. And this soulmate isn't always like, you know, la di da yada yada. Let's jump in the bed and have some babies or whatever, what have you. You know, but we're bored, so we're kind of going to take anything that comes our way. And please don't be that hoe. Do not let a man wear you down where you have nothing, where you'll take anything and accept anything. Some stupid little apology, some half-assed truth. You hearing me? That's where we're at right now, my dear. Okay. So this person's now been prepared to do the right thing. And I'm sorry, like, it's fine if you're ignorant, if you're stuck on stupid, if you're ass backwards, but if you don't know how to say, listen, I'm not quite right. I don't know what's up. I don't know what my needs are, how to communicate or authenticate here, but this is what's up. If you can't make an earnest attempt and you just expect whatever, what have you, and you're expecting a person to wait, especially, but it negates the word twin flame. Okay, so we are now in our soul, but also we need to be up in some truth. Because we probably had some kind of clarity, some kind of discernment, and we needed to understand a strategy, a tactic, a principle, a policy, a procedure of some kind. We needed to really, yeah. So we were high, some Lulu, some Delulu, some little loked out situation. We got all fervorous about some. No. Listen. This was a lesson. It was a chapter, if not a book. It's not a whole story. They're not the life story that happily ever after. They were a chapter. Okay, that's what's up. All right. So we're moving towards this Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. So somebody comes through slowly, and there's some kind of thing to be seen clearly. And we're not lost in illusion, confusion, delusion. It's not the Seven of Cups, but there is some kind of lie or sleight of hand. And the way that this comes through, when you have a multiple sevens, it means that we had an encounter, especially with the Chariot and the Seven of Swords. It's like the confirmation that you're looking for. You know, like when you're looking for a test result, and we had an encounter. These two cards. Okay, so with what? What's this encounter with it? Because this is karmic already with this Ten of Wands, and it is karma here, confirmation karma. Somebody needs to get to the bottom of whatever they wanted to come back when they had money. So you can say, wow, you're my hope, wish, and dream. You're everything I've ever wanted. You're everything I ever needed. And I don't feel ready. Okay. How unfortunate. Let's enjoy each other's time. See if we can grow together, not grow apart. Whatever this is, however this is, let's just not label it and move on, move forward. If I'm enjoying this connection with you, I don't need to make it anything other than what it is. because a lot of us would try to make it something like, oh, let me fix you, let me upgrade you, let me help you, let me support you. Okay, what kind of support are they open to? What kind of support are they asking for? Because if we're just imposing how we see things on them, if we're just superimposing onto them, it's always going to end up karmic, the connection. And yeah, they're a twin, but they're a false twin because the timing didn't come together. Listen, when you meet a twin, y'all need to grow together immediately. Do whatever work it takes to grow together immediately. If you need to leave a person, you can come through and say, hey, I'm in my rebound period. I need 3 months of just processing my feelings, but now I'm out of that connection. Or, hey, I was clear across the country. Now I live close to you, or you live close to me. Hey, my work schedule couldn't accommodate your free time, and now it does. Whatever. Does that make sense? But the thing is, a twin flame connection will bring up to the surface all the work that needs to be done. And it's not easy, and it's not particularly pleasant, and you don't always like the other person. But y'all are working together towards a thing. It's not us against them. It's us and them against whatever the conflict, whatever the problem, whatever the challenge, whatever the obstacle is. And then we move forward that way. And if we're still, it's not like, but it's like this. We're not cohesive. We're not working together. It's not salient and germane. It's not congealing, right? It's these two people with their little ideas trying to superimpose the ideas onto the other person, make the person what they want, so we feel good about this other person or whatever the situation is. We're filling in the gaps. Okay, instead of using the gaps to inform and instruct us on the work that needs to be done. And sometimes the work that needs to be done is away from that person onto the next person. And we don't like to hear that because we're like, okay, but I had this person coming, I'm so love starved. So here I am all needy, all whiny. It's called hoping, wishing, praying, conjuring up some wounding and yearning from the past. That's what that's called, okay? Seven of Cups is not out yet, so let me be nice. All right, but that's what I'm getting. So the Seven of Swords is now the Page of Swords. Okay, so there's something here that was not real. Because this Page of Pentacles is now the Eight of Pentacles. This is now, we have, okay. So listen to me. They went away to work on something. And there should have been an exchange of ideas. There should have been collaboration, cooperation, co-creation. That wasn't. Both people were on a path, both of us, both parties in this connection were on a path to manifest. We were being prepared to receive. Unfortunately, the Divine Feminine was being prepared to receive truth and information. So we needed some technical skills to call it what it is. The female chooses. In a human society, the female chooses, and the masculine competes for that choice. And the masculine always returns back to the feminine. So the masculine goes out and leaves the feminine alone, and the feminine didn't give the masculine an objective. The feminine is the objective. And if the feminine hasn't been informed that she's the objective that the masculine has gone away to work on, there's a disconnect. Because ultimately, regardless if we believe it or not, that's abandonment. If you leave me, don't call me back in 2.5 days, 59 hours, the spirit, the universe thinks that's abandonment. If we don't have communication for 16 days without previous, we're free from the contract. And the only reason why the contract's extending over the lifetime is because we're holding on. That's how the reading started. So now let's get down to it, okay? This ain't gonna be easy, but we gotta talk about it, because 2 weeks from now, we should have processed some of this so that when the good news comes, we know what to do with it. We're not stuck on stupid, up in our feelings, whatever, what have you. But baby, this is where we're at. Let's get into it, okay? So we need to work on what this truth is. And since it's at the top, it means it's already being worked out. Where we're heading to is this. So the masculine was being prepared to receive. And also, I believe we were the blessing to them. If we're identifying with our feminine energy, doesn't matter your gender assigned at birth. Men can be more divine feminine. Women can be more divine masculine, as long as it's a mutually beneficial nourishing needs exchange. It needs to be salient, cogent, and germane. Okay. So again, we're getting this guidance. We're finding our clarity. We're practicing our discernment. All right. And what it is truth. We need truth because the masculine's been away working on something, and they're going to be the work is fake because they want to present some kind of. I'm just going to say they're either working on attacking us or working on faking us out or working on a lie. Now, the Seven of Swords in its most benign element can mean two benign elements. It's strategy, truth, and cunning, or it's breaking out, breaking free in a situation almost where you need to rip yourself out of it. Doesn't matter whose feelings get hurt. Doesn't matter what the consequences are. I'm picking up and moving on. I'm walking. I don't care where the cards fall. Let them fall. Let them burn. This is what's up. This is my truth. You don't know? That's the other benign, excuse me. That's the other benign of the Seven of Swords. So one is like, we call it moving away in the middle of the night. It's breaking out, breaking free ultimately. Sometimes you do it to a person's face. Hey, I know I said I got you. I know I said I F with you, whatever, what have you, but I don't F with you no more. I don't respect you. I don't feel safe around you. I don't trust you. I don't like you no more. Bye. You know, it's something like that. So that's one benign. And the other one benign would be, okay, I'm being offered something or something's being said to me, and there's clearly something behind what's being said. What is that? And being able to recognize it, especially with the Queen of Swords, so it doesn't have to be so bad, but it also means if they went away to work on something, Eight of Pentacles, if they went away to grind, to hustle out, to whatever, what have you, there was there was something lost. There was a truth that wasn't acknowledged. Okay. And we're being prepared for that, to receive that truth. And they're being prepared to receive the blessings from whatever seeds they're planting. They're trying to reap something that they sowed at the previous time, but they left us to sow seeds. They didn't sow seeds in this relationship. And see, that's the thing about the divine feminine. Her job is to multiply. So you went out to sow your seeds, Mr. Mother Effa. You didn't sow them in my field. So why are you going to reap my goodies? Okay. And see, the thing about it is, it's even worse if they're near us and they're not doing the work with us. If we stop communication with them and they're not doing the work with us, it's even worse. There's nothing worse than being right next to somebody and feeling alone. It's almost better to be surrounded by people and feel alone. At least it's not personal, because when you're in a one-on-one with somebody and you feel alone, and see, part of this being prepared is we need to get some backbone. I'm sorry, Page of Swords. Page of Swords will accept any option because they're curious and they're nosy. They want to know everything. You know what that is, my dear? We need to learn to call it what it is instead of making excuses, justifying this cognitive dissonance thing. If we're feeling disrespected, we're not getting what we want, we need to be able to say that out loud. And if the other person can't respond to that, that's a sign. Our feelings and our experience should not be diminished or invalidated. Now, our feelings are our feelings. Our experience is our experience, but another person's behavior stimulated those experiences. So if a person can say, oh, wow, you know, that wasn't my intention. I don't want to leave you with that impression. You know, here's what's going on my side. How can we meet in the middle, or how can we work this out, reconcile this? Where's the union? Oftentimes we come across a hoe and they're really just, or a dude, and they're really just a catalyst. What does that mean? It unlocks something alive in us. Doesn't matter what they did. Doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't matter how we feel. And listen, if we can even meet the twin, and if we're not able to do the work, it becomes a catalyst. And if we stay when we know we can't do the work, it becomes karmic. And if we stay believing that it's our twin and we're accepting all this karma, it means it's a false twin flame. It's a false twin flame. Because even though there's a lot of work, even though it's really heavy, even though it's really intense, it should be liberating. Or it ain't it. That's what's up. Okay. So now we have this ego death, my darling, because we need to come correct. Policy, procedure, and protocol, yo. This Page of Swords becomes the Seven of Cups. This Eight of Pentacles becomes the Six of Pentacles. And the overall energy is the Tower card here. So there's an illuminating truth here, a rude awakening maybe. We haven't had the feminine, we haven't had the masculine, we haven't had the soulmate, we haven't had the twin. They haven't come out yet. And we're 8 cards deep. So this is very much false or karmic. Listen to me. You don't have to take my advice. I'm just hear what I'm saying, whether or not you agree. Please just at least understand. This ain't it. This ain't it. Now, take what I'm saying and roll it into your own understanding, okay? Take what you need, leave the rest, but this ain't it. All right. So we're at a situation right now where we are, we're being prepared for truth. And it's very easy to become tempted. Remember I said the 7 of Cups before, because somebody's going to figure out the perfect thing to offer, and that's a trap. So that we stay in the situation, and basically bondage is what staying in the situation would be. And the universe will have to come in and intervene, because the universe doesn't actually want that for us. Okay, so this is a start. This is a revelation, but it's a shocking one. There's going to be a shocking revelation here, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen when we have these 2 cards together. Death, the Death card, and the Tower. It is the end of conflict. It is the end of the mess, but it's also it's a boil over or blow up. So what's ending is this illusion. There's an illusion here. We bought the Kool-Aid. So this could be gaslighting. This could be, because that's where we're heading. We're heading towards lies and gaslighting. That's what I'm getting. Okay, my dear. And they're working on it. They're trying to figure out how to do it. And they might just be working on another something and keeping us so they can monkey branch over. When they let go of us, they want to have something else to grab onto. So this could be gaslighting. This could be love bombing. It can be lies, illusion, confusion, delusion. It also could just be temptations. And it is the yearning, conjuring, wounded past. There's a temptation here because there's a lot of feelings going to come up because there was some kind of attachment. But it was by design. It was designed to be that way. Seven of Cups becomes the Ace of Cups. 6 of Pentacles becomes the King of Pentacles. So this is breadcrumbing. King of Pentacles with the 8 of Pentacles, and I'm talking about this love bombing, breadcrumbing. Usually it would be the 7 of Pentacles, but not with the King. You can go down a grade. This person breadcrumbed us along, thinking that we'd hold on, wait until they can come through and offer something. And that's just the thing, like, what I wanted you to offer was you. This is where we're at, the divine feminine. What I wanted you to offer was you. I wanted your heart. I wanted your time. I wanted your affection. I wanted your adoration. I wanted time with you, connection with you. I didn't care about your money. I didn't care about your hustle. I didn't care about your grind. And I like a man who's ambitious so that I know you have something to hustle. I know you have some cash money, dollar bills, but it ain't about that. That's you on you. You and me, we here today, right here. What I'm talking about is you need to come work up in this connection. That's not what you do, and that's not what this is. That's not what this has been. You went away, left me alone on the back burner. That's what I'm hearing the divine feminine say. So we do get new love. There's new love coming, and it's going to come in shocking. The other thing is Cupid's arrow. These 2 together, it could be Cupid's arrow, but it also could be our heart, rupturing open. It could have closed down with the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords used to be the Queen of Cups, and then she became the Queen of Swords because of a heartache, a heartbreak, or a betrayal. Because this masculine had to go out and work on something. Papa then so they had to go out and work on something to get something ready. They had all these little moving parts, all these little irons in the fire, whatever that little saying is, ism. Ulterior motives, agendas, essentially. We've had 2 sevens, agenda. Somebody had an agenda. Yeah, deceit here. And they went away. We got left, put out to dry because this person was worried about their money. So the reason we're feeling, okay, I wasn't going to say that. Yeah, but deceit was here. So somebody made a statement with the intent to deceive, because they knew we were better than anything else that they could get. And it might not have been that. They might have thought they can go out and get better, but they knew that we were better than something. Maybe what they'd already had or what they'd ever had. And they thought they didn't want to lose us, but they couldn't step to us either. If you can't pull through, then let it go. I don't. Let me stop. So they finally, something got worked out for them, but when they come back through, it brings some wrath and rage on our end. That Ace of Cups is becoming the Four of Cups. That King of Pentacles is becoming Three of Wands. So they are coming forward. They're coming through, pulling through. That's just what I'm getting. We have the first divine masculine here. So the divine masculine comes through before the divine feminine does. And we've known in our intuition for a long time. It could be 18 months. The last 18 months, we've known they were on the way back. And there is hope wish here, but there's something being said that there's ulterior motives, hidden agendas, and there was some kind of manipulation here. And we're going to want to either, when we find out the truth, it's going to be disgusting to us. And it was put as if it was the best thing, and that's not the case. This wasn't the best thing. This was something offensive. It might be very subtle, the offense, and being offended is a choice, but it's going to trigger something alive in us where it's lukewarm, placid. Whatever they come to offer, and whatever root to truth they come soliciting, whatever praise they're going to petition from us. Oh, so you left me alone so you can go out and chase money. Okay, and I'm supposed to be happy that you're back. Is what I'm getting. It might not be exactly that. It's a lot of us here, but the energy's hitting that way. Okay, so you went on and built your bag, whatever, but you went on and got the whole world, but is it worth it? Because is it worth losing me for? You went out and got the whole world, but you lost me in the process. Or you went out to find yourself, to get knowledgeable, to feel that you mastered the concept, the idea. You went out to get some creds, to get some knowledge, to get some college. And you didn't inform me of that. You didn't say, I want you, I want to be with you, I'm going to go away and do this. I'll check in with you intermittently. And of course, if something comes up for you, I expect the same communication. It wasn't like that. It was us lost in confusion, illusion, delusion, confusion, not knowing what was going on. So the Seven of Cups wasn't just us being gaslit and confused. It was us having this overflowing of emotion because we felt some kind of way about whatever that was, whatever you would call that. Nonsense is what I'd call it. It is nonsensical, I just got told. It is nonsensical, yeah. Okay, so what I'm hearing is syntax error, does not compute. Does not compute. Okay, so the ordering here was off. There's fancy people. I love people in their Sunday best. I'm looking. Um, Nonsensical. Syntax error. Does not compute. Does not compute. So there's something wrong with their little theory here. It's not the way it goes. This Four of Cups becomes the Two of Swords. The Three of Wands becomes the Three of Pentacles. We have the Star and the... Okay, so now we have the High Priestess and we have the twin connection. Okay, well, okay, but listen. Oh, okay. So this was a twin, but it turned karmic right away. And it's over. The Death card came out. Let me tell you, there's 4 cards I need to see before the death of the devil, or I cannot stamp my approval on it. You can do whatever you want, honey. I wouldn't be officiating no ceremony if there was one. Not me. Not me. Just saying. Because the death card came out before the whole connection did. So that meant it's over. There needs to be an ego death, so it was catalytic. If the devil card came out before the 4, what are the 4 I need to see? I need to see the Emperor, the Imperatore, the Imperatrice, Le Temperanza, Gli Amanti, the lovers, the Temperance, the Emperor, the Empress. So we have 3 of those already. And I'm looking in I just heard the Star card. Okay, so this was a catalyst. We need to take what we learned from this person and move it on to the next one. And what did we learn? If it's not right, it's not right. It's not about right timing. The right time is more important than the right person. The right timing will let you know who the right person is. And we're like, but, girl, you can have all the buts you want. Have fun with that, okay? What I said is what I said, all right? The right timing will let you know the right person. So I know in the back of my mind, like, okay, you want to be a little chickadee, have fun. I'm gonna let you girl, enjoy that. What it is, how it is. If you find a person and you need to shore up, you need to get right to keep that person, that's more of a right person than, oh my gosh, I wish it was like this. I wish it was like that because this person that I met. Hoping and wishing and praying and yearning and conjuring up some wounding from the past ain't gonna do nothing to keep a connection going on. If a person comes through and we can't in response come correct, that's what's up. And there's nothing wrong with that because there's something to learn there. Wow, this is beautiful. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. I'm thinking, what am I supposed to do when I want you in my world? But how am I supposed to do when I'm already somebody's girl? I guess I'll see you next lifetime. I'm all ready, but I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Meaning I'm ready for this, but it's not the right time. I got somebody else. I'm not letting them go. I'm already somebody else's girl. I'm allowing that to be a connection. So this can't be the connection. I'm giving you the lyrics of the Erykah Badu song. I can't remember the words of the song. I mean the name of the song. Okay, so there is opposing thoughts here. We're conflicted in some kind of way. And honestly, this person was working on this. They always meant to do this because we have 2 3s here. They always meant to do this. They're working on us. This person is working on us. If we are the divine feminine, this person is working on us. There's some deceit here. They just not, I don't feel like it's it's over, but we're going to be all in our mind. We were, excuse me, my mouth almost fell open. We were, wow, excuse me. We were all in our mind about something, like we were second guessing and mulling it over, and we really were just trying to figure it out and work it out. And what's up is what's up. It's right in front of you. If it comes with confusing, listen, when God blesses you, you're not going to be confused. You're not going to be in chaos, and you're not going to be full of karma. Especially when it comes to connection. So somebody wanted to create some kind of bliss, and they wanted to get that by solving boredom, and that was part of the strategy. But what it is we needed to accept a death. This was a death. We needed to let it go. Yeah, because eliminating deceit, we needed to sweep it away. This says down here, if you can read it, eliminating deceit. Cause you know I'm a lot of woman, but not enough to divide the pie. Now what am I supposed to do? Yeah, I'm getting that song right now. I guess I'll see you next lifetime already. Yeah, handling divorce. This was eliminating deceit. Truth. Oh my goodness. What I tell yo? What I tell yo? Truth, eliminating deceit. This camera sucks. I know it. Yeah. So this was a catalyst. I'm just gonna tell you, baby. This was a catalyst. Listen to your priest. This was a catalyst. Did we read this down? Okay, so this is the soulmate connection. This is the divine feminine. This is the divine masculine. I'm sorry, this is the twin. Temperance is twin flame. The lovers is the soulmate. Sorry if that was on the mic, the scratch. So we have 3/4. We have 75% of it here. That's a C. 75%, that's a C. You know what that is? Average. You know what that is? Basic. You know what that is? Common. That's fine, but not for no twin flame, baby. It needs to be impeccable. And impeccable doesn't mean flawless. Impeccable doesn't mean not work, not obstacles. Impeccable here means immaculate, meaning does that make sense? It's not this, it's not a fixer upper. It makes sense. It's like now we have this great big empty house and let's furnish it versus like, okay, and then we need to break it down to the foundation. You know, you rip out the asbestos from the walls and get an exterminator for these rats. And it's not that kind of, that, no, not a fixer upper. Yeah, okay, you need to put some furniture up in there. You hear what I'm saying? So this Two of Swords becomes the truth. Ace of Swords. Okay, this Three of Pentacles becomes the Nine of Wands. And Imperatrice is now the Judgment card. So we get awakened. He knows what's up. That might also be part of, okay, and I just gendered somebody because I apologize. This needs to be gender unassigned. But like, it was 85% female for a while, but we're back up way past 95 again. The men went away for a while, I think, or they just stopped filling out their YouTube profile demographics. But by and large, most of the audience is female, just so you know. Okay, so the energy right now is like we've had to deal with two different sides of the story, and it's like they're opposing sides. There's no union in these sides, and before that, there was some kind of disgust and repulsion when the truth comes out. And here's the truth. Okay, so really, what it was is that whatever they offered, we needed to reject. We have to reject this person that's coming back. And we'll know, is it right? Do we want to work on something? Because some person can pull through and say, hey, I disrespected you. I didn't know better. I could have done better if I knew better and I didn't. I'm sorry. My bad. I ran afoul. I fumbled the bag. I would not have done that if I was in my right mind. What's up with you? Are you single? Can we work on this right now? I'm going to stay right here. It doesn't mean I need to stay in the same zip code with you. It means like I'm not leaving the connection. I'm not putting this on the back burner. You're gonna know what's up. You're gonna know what's alive in me. You're gonna know what I want from you. You're gonna know what I'm working on. If a person can do that, it's much different than, oh, let's get back together, and I'm never really gonna come to the core of the truth of what I did to you. So what is needed will be clear. The work to do will be very clear, or it's a no. It's a no. Yeah, we're done, by the way. Let's get this reading. Excuse me. Yeah, it is safe for us to love but it's over. Because right after this Lovers card, we have the Devil card, but before that is the Lovers card. So we have all four. We have 100% of the connection here, but the Death card came out before the four were together. If all four come out before the Death or the Devil, it's a twin flame. It's a divine partnership. They all came out before the Devil, which is good, meaning we're not lost in karma because one person had to walk. But it does mean that there's been a transition. It's over. How we knew it is over. So unless we're two new people showing up to a previous connection, it's Niguan work. Now it's safe for us to love, so we need to be loving, open-hearted, because it's unrequited. We can't sustain. Yeah, we can't sustain this connection. And they're gonna let go of control issues because they realize that their way didn't work, and they're gonna want to see playfulness to know that it's okay to be whatever, what have you, flirty or whatever. Boy, what's up? Why are you here? What is this? Okay. And we're gonna end up waiting. We're not gonna go in this connection. And they thought if they starved us to death that we would have. And this is not always love. This is a common tactic right now, everywhere. Even jobs are doing it, employees are doing it, families are doing it, starving us, waiting till we're at a very low point to come in and offer pittance, nothing, basically. There's not enough here to sustain the connection. And listen, the reason that we met this person is so we knew what to ask the universe for. Codependent, so we're externalizing our power to them for some reason. There will be a reconciliation, but it's no. Because we deserve better, and they're not gonna. We need to free ourselves from this. They're not gonna offer us what we want, which is happily ever after, a wedding, a union, or something. We want to be in a union with somebody. We need consistent and constant affection and adoration, and we're not getting it. It doesn't matter. Very soon, it doesn't matter what they're offering because a new love. We're going to invest in something new. We're not going to invest in something old. So it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Go ahead and smash that like button. You can comment and subscribe if you want. And all the information is in the show notes. I'm going to be taking the readings away. I'm not going to be doing readings for a long while. So I'm just putting that out there. I'll figure out something to offer to the channel because I priced myself out of the market intentionally. And I'm just going to stop doing readings for a while. Okay. I need my energy back. I don't really want to do readings for a long while. So it's $432 for 90 minutes with me. And I know that that's inaccessible to most people. I did that for a reason. That's my consulting fee. It's not even about the readings. I oftentimes give a reading away for $33. So I'm just saying, like, I got to figure out what I'm going to offer the channel so that when I go away, I probably won't be back until next year with the readings. At least until the solstice, which is December 21st. Okay. So I'm just putting that out there. Okay. Yeah, this is what we're done. We're done. Let me just check my intuition because I'm feeling a little bit incomplete, but we're done. We had all 4 cards come out. That means we're done because there's more here, but I'm not gonna read it because we got the Lovers, we got the Temperance, we got the Empress, we got the Emperor, and then which of the two? Could we those 4 we can stop, but before those 4 came out, we had the Death card. So the Death card, the Hangman or the Devil, tell me something very specific. The Hangman I can take, I can tolerate, but you need to get coaching, counseling, or get with God. What we got was an ego death. The Death card came through. Yeah, we're supposed to go on to new beginnings, and we need because the thing is the let me tell you, what I said in the beginning was really what was up. We need to be in a spiritual union with the divine. Queen of Cups has God's love, so we belong to God. And if we serve God enough, God will step through the spiritual into the physical through some handsome ass man, through a member of the soul group. And I'm using gender roles just to illustrate, enumerate this idea. Let me tell you, gender is not equivalent. Gender only exists in the lower realms. Gender is not something you see in another realm. When I talk about a masculine in the spirit, it's an energy that projects itself out. When I talk about the feminine in the spirit, it's an energy that receives other projections. Does that make sense? That's it. That's all. We actually have both genders in the higher realm, believe it or not. Okay. Men have wombs too, but it's different. It's inverted. So a men's womb is up here. Does that make sense? A female's womb is down there. Does that make sense? And if you're lost and confused, we need to talk about esoteric principles. Okay. So I'm gendering here just to get off the channel, to illuminate, illustrate, enumerate the concept and idea. Okay. I can tell you with absolute certainty, this is not our person. However, the caveat to that is that we could both be new. We could both, the two of us could be totally different people, healed up, prayed up, with the karma resolved. And then we should just basically start from scratch, even though there's prior history. What I would advise, however, if that's not the case, ultimately the measuring should be, is the work to do clear? How are we going to collaborate moving forward? If that's not clear from the jump or from the end of the first conversation, it ain't it. It ain't it, honey. Now, I would advise that we take the lessons we've learned into the next connection. That's what I would advise. And we might need to tell the masculine that, because the masculine is going to get let down and rejected. I don't see anger. I don't see rage. And I do see them being serious, but now they've been prepared for somebody who can appreciate their energy, because we can't. There might be a lack of respect, or we might just be offended and repulsed by the choices that they made. And we were fumbled. We were fumbled. And that's offensive. If you're stupid enough to fumble me, you're not smart enough to recognize what I am and what I mean to you. So I'm just gonna let this go and move on, move forward. And I know you have some feelings about it, baby, but you know, that's what it is, and that's how it's gonna be. Not my fault, not my problem. That's what we got to tell the Mr. Masculine when he comes back. Again, I'm gendering, but I'm kind of tired. I need to go pee. I need to go. I need a bio break. Okay, so take good care. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. Go ahead and smash that like button. I'm here for you the best I can be. It's been wobbly this year. I've been all over the place in terms of my schedule, but I've been very dialed in. I'm incredibly disciplined these days, and I like it. I had to fall apart in order to fall back together. So that's oftentimes what happens, you know. A breakdown leads to a breakthrough. Okay, so take good care. You can go ahead and comment if you have something that resonates with you. And I love you, I honor you, I praise you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, darling.